Hello there, Aries, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. I hope you're doing well. Now, Aries, we're going to find out what Spirit wants you to be aware of, starting with the most important to the least. And this is for Aries and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Nice, Aries, you're showing up in your own reading here. So don't give your power away. In fact, you are in your power or coming into your power. You know, the Emperor is a father figure, but most importantly, a person in authority, in a great position, someone who is standing firm, okay? Because this is causing some type of, I don't know, stability, also security, but there may be consequences if you know, get off this throne. So Aries, sit, you know, it's like, there's something about sitting, stay put. That's it. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. Spirit is saying, stay put. You are in this place of being immovable. Okay. So this is where that stubborn and aggressive side of Aries serves a good purpose. Okay. Now take it how it resonates, because some of you Aries, you also may be dealing with someone that's dominating here too. And so Spirit's letting you know to not back down, but you don't need to react. In fact, just sit in this position knowing that you're the one that's actually in charge, because there's something that you're discovering here. Now, there's also something going on for some of you Aries, take it if it resonates, with your work, your occupation, your business, and feeling qualified enough or feeling promoted or feeling ready to really take that leadership role. Let's continue and see what else. This is a good indication though, Aries, that there's something that you're aligned with that's right, because, you know, it doesn't happen very often that the very first card here is you, okay? And yes, you may also be attracting someone too, now or in the future. Possibly another Aries, it doesn't have to be, but this would be someone that is most likely well respected, someone that's mature. You know, they're probably set in their ways, but they're also very stable, very strong, okay? Now let's continue and see what else. But I do feel, Aries, you're going to have to stay strong with something here. Oh boy, yeah, see, oh, stay put. Even though someone reveals a side of themselves that you didn't like, or maybe that you don't, either now or in the future, take what resonates for you. But someone you know is undependable and insincere. And isn't it interesting that here you are showing up as the Emperor? This is the opposite of this. So when someone is lacking this, well, at least you can count on yourself. But also, don't be persuaded or discouraged by this. Let this be a truth for you to make you feel a lot lighter about what's really going on. And Spirit wants you to rely on yourself, because you have more than what it, you have what it takes right now to be in charge and to get things under control if you feel things are, kind of out of control here. It just may take some organization, some structure, some discipline. Okay, but let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know, Aries. You're going to get a wish fulfillment. Feel grateful for what you have accomplished, because you're not showing up as the Emperor for no reason. Yes, someone may be insincere or undependable, but that doesn't mean that you have to give up on what you want. That may mean that, yes, someone may have disappointed you in the regards of fulfillment here. But Heaven wants you to know that you're going to gain something important here, something or someone or both. And it is a wish fulfillment, Aries. Now, I want to bring something up too. A side note, someone you know is undependable and insincere. They may be very selfish and greedy. You know, it's all about them. So it's like, you know, someone who is smug, maybe spoiled. But anyhow, trust that you're gaining something, even if you feel that you've lost something here. And that includes trust, right? You lost trust in someone, but that doesn't mean you give up on what it is that you're already aligned with. Be grateful that this may be exposed or has been exposed. Sorry about the lighting. I'll figure that out here in a little bit. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. You have good and great fortune ahead of you, Aries. A lot of you Aries have already created this. You've got this beetle, this good fortune. I mean, look at this. 9 of Cups is a very good and fortunate card to get. Again, you're aligned with some type of fulfillment, a wish come true or a dream come true. The other thing that I see too, Aries, is, you know, you have a lot of things to be proud of. So it's like, why not just kind of enjoy the things that you've already accomplished and be proud of it? You know, you could think of these cups as trophies here. So be proud of yourself. Sit strong, even if that means that you have to sit by yourself for a little while. You've got what it takes, Aries. You're creating and attracting good fortune. Let's see what else. Guess what, Aries? The rainbow is coming out for you. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Breathe a sigh of relief. Know that you are coming into a period of feeling pretty rejuvenated and good. And that's a good thing. Creating this pot of gold. I mean, look at that. It's like this good fortune, this 9 of Cups. This is your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So it was worth going through that storm. And you know, with the rainbow, we need a little bit of rain and the sun. And so there's this beautiful dance that's going on between you, your wishes, between you and heaven, between you and your environment. Let's see what else. Things are blending just right for you, Aries. Ooh, I was gonna bring that up because you know, this is all, I wish I would have said something about the Magician, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, the Magician is here. Remember I was talking about this whole thing about your environment, your wishes, your dreams, it's all coming to fruition. But the trick is most likely, you know, of course, it's never easy to go through a situation where people are disappointing. I mean, it could really throw you off track. It could, you know, it could just, you know, you could lose your focus on what's important here. The Spirit is saying, rely on yourself, rely on the resources you have now. Don't worry about what you feel that you might be missing or don't have. That's going to come on its own time, because Spirit is saying, here you are, Aries, you've arrived right on time at the right time right now. Something new, and possibly someone, could be popping up on your path here. You know, look at this bright energy that this Magician is bringing. It's like this rainbow is a bridge between you and what you want, between the spiritual realm and you and here, you know, whatever. But it is a bridge. And this is you. You know, you're the bridge between heaven and earth here. It's through you that magic happens. Wishes happen for you. Look at the bright side of life right now. Look at the brighter things. Look at what has already left your life that has lifted a heavy weight off of you already. What else? Oh my gosh. Be careful of an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. They're not going to change their ways. Oh my gosh, remember we're talking about that person? Someone who's, oh, I wish I would have said boastful because I can see it. Smug, selfish, greedy. It's just all about them. You know, they're not going to change. And well, maybe I shouldn't say that as a permanent thing, but as far as I can see, this person is unwilling to change, but this doesn't need to throw you off track here. But we may need to watch out for someone. Yes, it could be someone that's dominating too. Okay. So let's get advice about this rooster, this arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Let's get advice about that. Yeah, someone may, oh gosh, this is coming out strong. This could be anyone, but some of you could be like someone who's territorial, someone who maybe is in the neighborhood or something like that for some of you guys. But you know who this is, okay? This is someone who has given you a difficult time. This is what Spirit is saying. Don't waste your time on this person or trying to change them. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Goodness, look at that. They're not willing to change, Aries. So just know that Spirit is gifting you all the right things right now in front of your face in your life to continue a path or to create a path that you feel blessed, that you are creating good fortune for yourself and the people that you care about. What else? Ooh, wow. King of Pentacles. If you're planning for the future and you're sticking to things or doing what you can, for the most part, to stick to, the priorities, I see it becoming very successful for you. And with the King of Pentacles, the Magician, when we're talking on the extremes of this, when it becomes unbalanced, this is that energy right here. So it's like, you just got to be careful of getting drawn into someone's drama or problems. This has become a heavy burden for you. And some of you, you've already released this. You just need to continue, staying firm. But yeah, the King of Pentacles, we're feeling great progress here. Someone who's blessed with good fortune. You could also be meeting someone that is already created some good fortune for themselves. And I would say someone who just really likes the good things in life, But Aries, don't be afraid to plan for the long term here and see that come to fruition. But there's something about your skills paying off. There's something about having an opportunity here, possibly with, maybe creating money or another avenue of money, or, I should just say other streams of income. But this could also be a significant other, okay, with this King of Pentacles. So let's get a little bit more about this King of Pentacles. We have Earth sign coming through. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Aries, if you've been feeling like, I know that you feel strong inside, but maybe something has thrown you off guard and maybe you just question yourself. So it's almost like, you might feel like the little guy in the big pond or something. What's that saying? The little fish in a big pond or something. And it's almost like you don't like that feeling because or whatever, okay? But there is something about you not giving into that, because you're going to be just fine, Aries. You're doing something in a very skillful way here, okay? And Spirit wants you to know that there's something good and fortunate for you to feel safe about. So with the caterpillar, we have to undergo the transformation period. So let's see where this change is going, Aries. Why not? Where is this change going for Aries with this caterpillar? And yes, a lot of you Aries, you definitely have been dealing with someone who is just so stubborn. But it's like, you know, if you can't get away from them, just kind of, you got to do your best not to give your attention to them, okay? Like, accept them as they are. Look at this, a change is coming. Yes, you're walking away and moving into a better place, especially when it comes to your wish fulfillment, because after the 8 of Cups, you got that 9 of Cups here. Now, if some of you, take it if it resonates, because it may not for all of you, but you know, there's something about feeling maybe a financial strap here. And so I do feel that there will be the weight lifted off of that. But you may need to listen to your intuition, okay? Because with the 8 of Cups, we're going towards something much better. We're evolving. I mean, this is a card of evolving here. And that's exactly what that caterpillar is getting ready to do. So, you know, when I was talking about this energy of maybe feeling like, you know, the small fish in the big pond all of a sudden for some of you, because it could be that, you know, you were feeling confident at one point and then something happened here. You know, it's like you're gonna up level your, you know, you're up leveling yourself here. It's like going from the King of Pentacles to the Emperor, which is, you know, the kings of all kings here, or, you know, queen of all queens. I mean, take what resonates for you. I mean, there is the Empress in this deck, but again, this is about feeling confident in your position. Yes, there may be a relationship that has worn out. Some of you might even be leaving a position, you know, there may be something about leaving a position at your current like place of work here and moving on to a better position. You know, King of Pentacles and up leveling to the Emperor here. So don't be afraid to take that position. You're more than ready. So just take that if it resonates. Again, it won't for all of you. Now let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know, Aries. And trust whatever is going on with, you know, guidance that you're receiving for plans here about your future. I mean, Aries, look at this. Plenty of material things. This is what this King of Pentacles and the Emperor and also the 9 of Cups, I mean, the Magician, I mean, this is what we're doing here. We're creating the feeling of comforts of life. Good fortune. What else? The Knight of Swords is bringing some type of challenging change though, okay? So the Knight of Swords, there may be some news or truth coming your way. So let's get a little bit more about this Knight of Swords. But this is bringing change. We've got air sign. This is also someone who's discovered some type of truth here and not afraid, you know, to expose that truth or to allow that truth to give them some type of freedom, which is you, to move in the direction that is correct for you or right for you. I feel this Knight of Swords. Oh, this Knight of Swords to me is cutting some type of energetic cords, Aries. Some type of you know, feeling bound to a situation or maybe things. You've got an angel that is doing something here, Aries. You've got Archangel Michael that's coming through very strong. Archangel Michael is pointing out negative things in life, right? It's not to make you scared of it, you know, because life is full of negative and positives, right? It's how we navigate. It's how we utilize knowing these energies and knowing how to, you know, be in this place where we're not controlled by either one. But there's something about this energetic shift, and Archangel Michael is protecting you from some type of negative force at play here, or negative energies, I should say, at play. Let's get more of the Knight of Swords. Oh, this could definitely be something about the law too. Wow. Oh, okay. We're feeling the lack of resources here. Aries, there's law and order at play here. Now, yes, this could involve, you know, actual legal things. Okay, now there may be something where you might need to slow down, Aries, you know, just some of you, because there could be getting a speeding ticket here or something like that. Okay, but this is also an energy of divine justice coming through with the Knight of Swords. Yes, you've been, you know, it's like getting what you know, this is about getting what you deserve. You've been feeling some type of financial pinch, some type of, you know, feeling a pinch in resources here, right? Lack of something in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals, a combination. But something is changing here. Something is shifting and changing. It's turning around. Let's get a little bit more about that involvement with the law and order here. Because there's something about getting what you deserve here. It's like there's something that happened, Aries, where you did a lot of work and somehow you got underpaid or underappreciated or something like that. Now that could be divine protection too, to slow things down. But let's get a little bit more about that involvement with the law, the Knight of Swords here. Someone is going, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Guess what it is? The most difficult part of your situation is over or coming to an end. Divine law and order here. You know, watch for signs. There's something about like your angel, heaven, your higher self, whatever you believe, pointing things out. But the Knight of Swords is coming with facts and truths here, okay? So you're going to be receiving some facts, some truths here, and also divine, some type of divine balance, some type of divine order here, universal balance. What else? Or should I say natural laws? Because again, I get this thing, Aries, that you've been doing some kind of work, and so it's like, for some reason, it was like withheld from you. Now it doesn't, not that you're never going to get it, but for some reason, it's like it was withheld from you, but now it's coming. But we've got to get through these changes here. Don't let anything or anyone like hold you back from some type of truth being exposed for you, or what you know is right here. Don't cling on to anything or anyone either. I just want to bring that up. Not all of you may resonate with that, but some of you may. Because this Eight of Cups, it brings sadness here. And uncertainty, because we don't know where we're headed. Just like the caterpillar has no idea what kind of change the caterpillar is undergoing. But the caterpillar is trusting, you know, natural laws, natural instincts. Just like you. You don't know what's ahead, but you know that there is something pulling you, something calling you. You're on the ladder of success, Aries. I mean, I don't know where you landed or what you feel like or what's happened, but just know and concentrate on what's going good and right. I mean, you're climbing towards success. This is where Knight of Swords is coming in and removing obstacles. Oh, someone new is entering your life. Some of you may be leaving a situation, or someone may have left you, or I don't know what has happened. But anyhow, be open to someone new entering your life. A chair filled, and notice, you know, the Emperor and the King of Pentacles here. Because look at this. It's almost like, yeah, this King of Pentacles got up and walked away, or, you know, just not going to be emotionally available for situation or people that are greedy. Now, that's something I'm picking up, Aries. And I feel that you're picking up on this too. You know, you're sensing or picking up on people that are trying to be greedy for your resources or your time, your energy. But make a plan to have strong boundaries in place, and, you know, you're going to have to, you know, make effort to keep those boundaries aligned, enforced. Someone you want, someone you may wish for, or just someone that's a positive influence is entering your life. What else? You got a lot of spiritual love. Oh my goodness, look at this. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you, or it may become important to some of you, Aries, okay? Well, you're aligning with the right, you know, person or people, environment, position in your work or in life to feel strong and confident, you know, and allowing these eggs to hatch. Emotionally, look at all the 9 of Cups. The cups represents your emotions here. And that's spiritual love. This is what you're, you know, you may not realize that is incubating here. What else? You will be receiving or giving a precious gift. Yes, look at that. King of Pentacles, the Emperor. We have the resources to be giving or receiving a precious gift. Something promising. Something that may feel really sacred to you. Someone's got, you know, I don't know. This may lead to a very strong commitment, either romantic or business. Let's get a little bit more about this diamond. And Aries, I feel that you would resonate with the last SOS reading if you haven't listened to that. And the link to that video is in the description. Let's get a little bit more about this diamond. Triumphed over troubles and obstacles. And just know that you are this diamond coming out brilliant, right? Because you have triumphed over troubles and obstacles. Your job is going to be to remain emotionally detached from things and people that try to emotionally hook you into it. And you're going to know exactly what that is because it's already depleted you. Now this is where you're using your wisdom as you move along, you know, move up ahead here, because that's exactly the pattern that you are not going to go back to. This is why things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Let's see what else. Look forward to a time with having friendship with someone of the same sex that could deepen here. I mean, it does say deep friendship with someone of the same sex. enjoying some leisure time, some time to have conversations. That's also going to help you be in the present moment. Ooh, look at this, successful outcome to your problems. You know, go at your own pace too, Aries. Take time away from the people, or don't allow them to steal your time, because that's what I feel. Someone is trying to steal your time, which is costing you a lot. You know, and I know that you're finding that out and you're figuring it out. This is what's making you so wise though too. So don't discount that experience, even though it was challenging. That experience may have delayed material, you know, fortunes for you, but it's coming to you. This is what Spirit knows you deserve. But it had to come at the right time. Because sometimes what happens is Spirit knows that there may be deceptive energies at play too, where they're not deserving of your good fortune, right? And it doesn't mean that your good fortune has been withheld. It just means it's not the right time yet. Feel good about having your problems gone. I feel that you're turning you know what I see is you being the magician or the alchemist and turning your problems into success. Turning what others don't see as a diamond, because maybe they're playing with a bunch of stones, but you realize that there's a diamond there. So you took the time and the effort to cut this diamond. And it was hard, but this is, you know, this is your prize. Because you weren't fooled, right? It's like not being fooled by those stones. You knew the diamond because you weren't distracted with life's negatives. You know, seeing the real gold and not the fool's gold. Because you also took your time. You know, I'm just saying, Aries, look, hey, for me, you know, I love, I used to not actually, Aries, but you know, like life is so funny how you go through different journeys and different experiences. But I just want to say, you know, for those Aries that want to speed, you know, just be careful, because yeah, you may be getting a speeding ticket. I just see something about state patrol here. I don't know, you know, a trooper here, you know, but anyhow, you know, just know where you can speed, or, you know, maybe go on a track if you can. But anyhow, let's continue and see what else for you, Aries. You know, and I just kind of see that you're cloaking yourself in invisibility here in some way, shape, or form. You know, slow down, take your time. That's going to be the secret too. And I feel that Spirit has already been putting you know, things on your path right now to make you slow down. Oh, yes. You might be dealing with someone, or this could be you too, too much concern with sexual matters. Oh my God, I could definitely see that with the King of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, we may need to watch out for distractions, okay? You know, your time will come, but, you know, this could serve you well or not, right? Especially if it gets too carried away, then we get really distracted and we start making choices that aren't so good. So we may need to be cautious of this, or, you know, someone. So let's get a little bit more about this, this rabbit here for you. What's important for Aries to know about the rabbit here? Yeah, this is pulling you away from seeing a situation. There's something that has happened, or it will, Aries, where you're gonna have, you'll just know it will open up some type of freedom for you in your life, some important area of your life. So once that freedom opens, that's where you need to move. That's where you need to take action. Okay, so just like for example, let's say this person is in front of these 8 cups. These 8 cups are creating a wall. And so Spirit removed one of the cups so that you can just walk over that cup and move on your way, right? Because these cups are trying to block you. That's kind of the same thing when we're getting distracted by things or people, right? Sexual or not, money or sexual, whatever. And so we don't see, we don't see our opportunity to move, right? Because again, you're going at the rate that your soul is calling you to. Because look, it's like, yes, definitely time to get out of a situation. Look at that pill like fell over. It's like, this is where, it's like you've given all that you can emotionally and maybe even mentally to a situation that there's just no more to give. So where is it going to come from? Because it's empty. That's when you're like feeling like you're running on fumes. I mean, I know what it feels like to run on fumes. It sucks, Anyhow, let's continue and see what else. You do need to pay attention to your health. So this is priority here. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yes, and you will be taken care of. Or listen, Aries, you actually have been taken care of during difficult times. Something had to be exposed here. And it had to be exposed in a way where it not only benefited you in the material world, but it benefited the spiritual world as well. It's making things far more karmically balanced. So what you can do in the meantime is be in charge and be in control of your own health. There may be something about a staff here. Maybe create a powerful staff for yourself here. Maybe this is a gift that you're going to be giving or receiving. But either way, there's something important about not ignoring things about your own health and well-being. Don't let the past or money or the future, take the best of you here. Yes, something definitely depleted you, okay? I mean, not only do you have the pail that spilled over, look at the barrel here. It's like, it not only did it take everything out of you, it took your reserves too, almost, or whatever you had left. Now, don't ever be afraid to start over, Aries, okay? Because what can happen at times, because we've gained wisdom, we've learned lessons, is that we can accelerate later on too, okay? And maybe not even just catch up, but surpass what we thought we could do or achieve or have. There may be a new job or career, but this is the thing that Spirit is really emphasizing right now. Whether this is a new job or career in the material world, Spirit has a new job and career for you spiritually here. See yourself as a chosen one. This is why Spirit is saying, be unshakable here, or, unassailable with your confidence. But there's something about, staying in this position, knowing you deserve it. Notice this like the sword up in the air. It's like almost like pointing something here. Pinpointing. Look at the pin. Okay, let's see. What else? Pinpointing. Okay. We're all about details here too. Staying focused, right? You're almost completing something here, Aries. And something is going good and right when it comes to occupation, work, career. Okay, the thing is too that I'm getting is focusing one thing at a time. One pentacle at a time. You're going to do so much better. So it's really about quality versus quantity. But again, if we have a situation where we might have sexual matters, too much concern, or dealing with someone with that really can take you away from some type of completion here of mastery. So I'm just saying, you know. I want more with the Eight of Pentacles. This is going in a good direction. See, hard at work, Aries, you know, there may be something where we have to force ourselves to concentrate. Now, some of you, Aries, you've been feeling forced to do something here, right? Feeling maybe underappreciated, undervalued, underpaid. Somehow, some way, it's going to catch up to you, okay? Your good fortune is catching up to you. Ladder of success. Notice this too, climbing towards success. Look at the pentacles going up. Are you noticing it though? We have to watch out for one's own emotions too. Okay, I'm just saying here. Now again, there may be someone who could be drawing you into their emotional problems. You know, oh, woe's me. And then you have to, you know, give up your responsibilities and tend to that. This is a distraction, Aries. No matter how badly you may want to help someone, they're unwilling to change. It's just like a repeating story over and over and over again, right? Someone may not actually, I'm just going to bring this up. You know, I feel that you've already picked up on this, but someone may not actually like your progress. You know, they may actually just try to get in the way of you progressing here because they know that you're good at this. And unfortunately, for some reason, they're dissatisfied with their own life. That's why they can't be happy for another here. But you may need to watch out, you know, too, for yourself here, taking good care of your health here. You know, you may need to create a place where you can just maybe meditate or get grounded here. But there's this cup that's coming your way, but we may not see it. We may not see it. So let's get a little bit more about the Four of Cups. Oops, this card wants to show itself. There's a marriage. Okay, we've got a marriage of some type. Let's get more about the Four of Cups. Dealings or relationship with an older woman. Okay, this could have been really disappointing for some of you guys, but there may be someone on the horizon here that is an elder. This may lead to something here. You know, I feel that you have been dealing with someone very negative. Most likely this dark woman, okay? Someone that is stubborn in their ways. Dark complexion or hair or just a dark energy. Okay, you're going to know they have a dark energy. This is where you need to just create that emotional distance and space. Okay, tend to your thing here. There's going to be some type of marriage or proposal of business or romantic, okay, that you can make a choice about. What else? Nope, that is actually it. So before we end the reading, Aries, let's find out what is the next major positive change for you to look forward to. The next major positive change for Aries. Love. Let's see if Spirit will give us a little bit more. Oh, look at this. And you even have that card of spiritual love. So the next positive change is some type of fulfillment, Aries. Love. Look at that. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth, or both is what I see. So what a positive indication here, right? So look up ahead with a smile on your face, okay? I know it's been a tremendous challenge here, but you are being helped. Heaven is truly helping you, Aries. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.